Hopefully the audio is picking up on this. I'm recording this using OBS. I'm still getting familiar with the software, but generally speaking it works pretty well. So, anywho, I know a lot of people have had problems with Smite. I know this because of all the videos I produce on my channel, that's the only one that has seen is getting popularity. And the only reason I made that video was just so that way I could show it to the folks at high res and see if they could get it fixed, which of course they were useless. But somebody did help me out with this. They sent me a message and it worked. The problem is I can't remember who sent it, but I do remember the process of how to get this fixed. So first thing you want to do is pull up My Computer, or whatever the heck it's called. I think it varies depending on Windows 8 or not, but you go to your computer. Usually over here on the left side you got all these different categories and things like that. You're going to want to go to Documents. Then you want to go to My Games. Double click that. You'll notice it'll have many different, depending on your computer, have several games. In the case of mine it's just got a few things. Go to Smite. Then you go to Battle Game. And then you go to Config. Now I should have told you before this point, you're going to want to know what your resolution is. Because if you don't have the right resolution, this trick doesn't work. Now, I don't know why Smite is a complete pain in the butt when it comes to this, but it is. Now, this is the resolution I have on my monitor, or TV, truth be told. So you're going to want to remember what that is. After that, you go into that system settings, or that battle system settings. Right there. You're going to want to go into that. You double click it, which will open up a little notepad thing like this. And what you do is you just scroll down through this and keep your eyes peeled for these. That is what you're going to want to change. Now, originally I had my settings, all kinds of resolution, all kinds of whacked out. I think I had it at like what would be considered a 1080p resolution, but I don't have a 1080p resolution monitor. But that's what I had it set as. And technically it doesn't really matter what you have your system set as, so long as this resolution on your screen that I have highlighted matches the resolution that you have your computer set to, it will work. As far as I've noticed, you only have to change this one, but the guy who recommended this fix to me says you need to go through and change all of them where they say Res X and Res Y. There's a few of them in here, so you'll have to scroll through and find them, but they're not that hard. Usually they're at the top of these little, you have this space here, and then you'll have another system setting thing, and then you'll have your Res X and Res Y. As far as I could tell, these are your resolutions for windows that pop up in the game, like your settings windows and things like that. So they don't have to be exactly the same as your other one, but I do have that first one that I showed you changed to my actual resolution. All of these others you don't have to change them to match, but if changing the first one didn't work, then I would just recommend you go through and you change all of them. There's like 5 or 6 of these things scattered throughout here. Go through, change them to match your system's resolution. Then what you do is you save this like you would any document. Once it's saved, you're good. Save it, close out of everything, and then try to open up the Smite window. And it was one of those where it seems so silly and so stupid, and you would think they would have this resolved on their own, but they don't. Now, it may not, when you first look at it, it may not be perfect. It may not look exactly like what I just showed you. Because I think initially when I did this little trick, where the heck did they go? When I initially did this, if I can find the effing resolution there. When I initially did this, it was, I think this said something like Res X equals Res X, Res Y equals Res Y, or it said something completely different. I went in and I manually changed it. Now, you want to remember this, maybe write down this technique, or heck, you know what, you could always just come back to my channel. I appreciate the views, the likes, and subscribes. But either way, remember how to do this, because whenever you change the resolution on your computer, maybe you get a new monitor or something, whenever you change the resolution, you have to make sure you go back and change this, because if the resolution that you input for Res X and Res Y here, if it's larger than what your monitor displays, it won't display the game. I believe it can be smaller and still work, but I originally had problems. That's how my problem started. It was set to like 1080 something, and I was set to 1024 or something like that, and my monitor was set to like 1900 something. I don't remember, and it wouldn't display. So you want to make sure that this, the first one you come across, matches. If that doesn't work, I really don't know what else to tell you. That worked for me. It got my game working. I was able to get back to playing Smite. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys actually get your games fixed, because I know this is, at least for those of you who commented on my previous video, this was kind of a big deal for you. Hopefully this works for you. If you like the video, if you like me, if you are grateful to me and owe me a life debt, I'd appreciate likes and subscribes. But I'm glad to be of service, glad I could help you out. Hope you have fun playing Smite. And I guess that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching.